Today we're looking at 7.5 today, and that is percent of change. Percent of change. And we have a definition of what that is right here and a formula. And the formula, again, if you understand percentages, you don't have to have formulas for this. Okay? We give you formulas, but understanding percentages goes a long way in doing most of the problems without any formulas in this chapter. But the percent of change is the percentage is the ratio of the amount of increase or decrease to the original amount. In other words, we find the amount of increase or decrease, which is called the part, and we divide it by the original amount, which we call the whole. Now this makes a lot of sense because we've been hearing about parts and wholes and percent. In other words, the percent, and that's a pretty bad percent sign, is found by taking the part and dividing it by the whole. Okay, you just have to figure out what the part is and what the whole is in the problem. Okay, but the percent is always found that way. Then we have to change the decimal. Actually, we have to move it two places to change it to percent. But again, the part divided by the whole is always how we find percent. It's a fraction, and we know how to change fractions to percents. So find the percent increase. So what I want to do, here's the original and here's the new. What I want to do is find how much it did increase and divide it by the original. The part, which is 5, divided by the whole, which is 20. Okay? 5 divided by 20. Well, if I divide 5 by 20, I get 1/4 or 0.25, right? Um, and I have to change that to a decimal, a percent. So I move it two places over. That is a 25% increase. Okay, 25% increase. Again, all I did was divide the part, the amount of increase, which is the part, by the original, which is the whole or the base. Okay, um, let's look at this. The original is 150, the new is 189. So how much difference is that? Well, that is 39. That's the part. The whole is the original, 150. Okay, I'm going to divide 39 by 150, maybe. Let's see here. That's going to give me 0.26. I need to move the decimal to change that to percentage. It's 26%. It's a 26% increase. Here, we're going from 55 to 143. That is a change of 88. Okay, and I divide the part, which is 88, the amount of change, by the whole, which is 55. Now, obviously, here the part is bigger than the whole. That's okay. That is okay. We're going to divide that by 55, and we're going to get 1.6. I need to move the decimal two places to change that to percentage. That's 160% increase. Okay, let's look at the next ones. Find the percent of decrease. Okay, the same thing, we're just decreasing instead of increasing. What is the difference? I go down 5, right? I divide that by the original. Well, 5 divided by 20 is 1/4, which is 0.25. That is a 25% decrease. Okay, again, a 25% increase would be 25 for the new amount. A 25% decrease would be 15 for the new amount. Okay, so here we're going from 75 to 35. That is a decrease of 40. Okay, now I divide the part, which is 40, by the whole, which is 75. And that's going to give me a decimal, a 0.53 repeating. Okay, 53 repeating. I'm going to move the decimal two places. That gives me 53.3 repeating percent. Okay, now here, the new is 51, the original is 102. That is a decrease of 51. Divide the 51 by the original or the whole, which is 102. That becomes 1/2, which is 0.5, which is going to be 50% decrease. Okay, again, it's the part or the amount of change divided by the whole. The amount of change is the part, the whole is the original amount. Very simple. Okay, let's read this next word problem. There were about 198,000 spectators at an action sports event in 1995. The number of spectators increased by about 12% from 1995 to 2002. How many spectators were there in 2002? So it's a 12% increase. Okay, now we're just we need to find the part and then add it to the original amount. So we're going to find the part, which is, let's see if we can get this. Okay, I'm going to find 12% of 198,000, okay, by multiplying. Then I'm going to add it to 198,000. That's going to give me my new amount, okay? So let's see the increase. 198,000 times 0.12. That's going to give me 20,760 people increase. Now I'm going to add that to the original amount to get the total amount, and that's going to give me 221,760. Again, this gives me the amount of increase. Then I have to add it to this amount to get the new amount. Okay, because it said we increased this by 12%. How many total were there? Okay, let's look at the next. Find the new amount. Well, I'm going to increase 45 by 20%. It's the same thought. I've got to find the amount of increase and then add it to 45. Okay, well, the amount of increase is found by multiplying the percent by the number. Then I'm going to add it to 45. Okay, so 0.2 times 45 equals 9. Okay, that's 9 plus 45 equals 54. Okay, next, decrease 85 by 28%. Well, the amount of decrease is found by multiplying the percent times the number. And I don't want to do that. We're going to do this. That's 0.28. Okay, now I'm going to decrease 85 by that. I can't subtract 85. I've got to subtract that from 85. So I've got to have the 85 first. Okay, so I'm going to find 0.28 times 85. That's going to give me 23.8. So it's 85 minus that. 85 minus 23.8. That's going to equal 61.2. Okay, next. The average price on the audio CD was $21.50 in '83. By 2000, the average price had decreased 34.8%. What was the average price of a CD in 2000? Well, it decreased by 34.8%. So we've got to find 34.8% of $21.50, then subtract it from that. So it's going to be $21.50, the original amount. It's a decrease, so we're subtracting. What kind of decrease? Well, it was 34.8%, so it's 0.348. We're multiplying that by $21.50. Okay, so 21.5 times 0.348. That gives me 7.482. Okay, 2150 minus that. And that's going to give us 14.018. That's just, since it's money, we're just going to round off to the hundredths place. So it's going to be 14. And I've lost my pen for some reason. Here you go, 14.02. $14.02. Okay, so we had a decrease of $7.48 to bring it down to $14.02 for an average price in 2000. Okay, and that is it for today.